The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café.
Welcome to this episode of Pit Life BBQ. Gather around the pit with your hosts, Johnny Mags and Messy Mike. Let's talk barbecue.
What's up, everybody? Coming to you live from the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe in finally comfortable living, Salem, New Hampshire. It's the Pit Life BBQ Podcast, where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics you'd normally talk around the pit. As always, I'm joined by Messy Mike.
What's up?
What's up, bud?
How are you?
Finally comfortable.
Yeah.
I've stopped sweating.
Today was Saturday was unbelievably hot. Oh my God. We had a bunch of catering stuff going on, and looked like I just jumped in the pool. Oh, glad that's over.
It was tough.
It was tough. Florida's not even that hot.
No.
Florida, you got a nice little breeze going.
My hell is not that
Well, yeah,
hot.
that's true too. Yeah. Yeah. And you got a new addition.
Like that.
What's this? Yeah.
Like that.
I like the hat. I like it a lot.
I try to, because we've been talking about, getting the ball rolling on swag and T-shirts and hats and everything else. So I want to try something. I saw these and it sparked my interest, and it was the only company that'll let you buy one.
Yeah.
Everything else, minimum of 12, minimum of 16.
Right. So that's $1 million hat right there.
Yeah. So this is one. So it's like, okay. So we've gotten some decent feedback.
Yeah.
But we got to call the company to see if they would possibly, instead of one.
So instead of
the New Hampshire plate,
if someone wants it from, say, another state.
Mike Jordan messaged me last night. He's in Michigan. So it'll have Pit Life BBQ with the Michigan plate.
Really?
Oh, that would be.
Kent's in Iowa. CJ and the boys are in Cali.
Oh, we got to see if we can make that happen.
Yeah. If the order can be that,
Mm-hmm.
If we, enough people to, get it at the right price, because right now this is stupid expensive.
Right, because it's just one. Oh, yeah. But, the feedback's been great. And, if people, if you like it, if you're interested, let us know. Obviously, the more people we have interested, then, the more of a reality
I'm
it
interested.
can be. There's one.
All right.
Sweet.
Start a movement here.
And, excuse me. So today, a couple shows ago, we had Kim Stanfield from BBQ on. And today, we have, I think she's actually the leader.
The boss.
And yes, the boss and, the founder of BBQ, Kim Stanfield. Kim, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Doing awesome.
Hi,
Doing
Kim.
awesome. How's the weather in the Cape?
Well, it's quiet on the Cape right now.
Okay. Because weren't there tornado warnings earlier?
There definitely was. We had crazy winds and rain at work, and there's actually a motel in Yarmouth that the roof blew off completely. Like
Holy
the
shit.
entire A-frame of the roof just blew off.
Wow.
And they're actually sending crews out to help restore electric out here as we speak.
Wow, that's crazy. This weather's it's insane. It's insane. So you guys had a barbecue competition this weekend in Brookline, New Hampshire. And
That we did.
so it was Friday was a different cook than, or Saturday was a different cook than Sunday, correct?
Correct.
And what was Saturday's cook and what was Sunday's cook?
All right. So Saturday was the NEBS 4-category cook, which is a grilling barbecue 4-category. The organizer gets to kind of choose what they want to do. We did the categories were pizza, beef, shrimp, and desserts.
Yes.
So everything needs to be prepared on site, and you do your best and turn in 6 little pieces of food to panel of judges, and then you wait for the results later.
Huh. And you got a perfect 180 score on your dessert.
We did.
And what was the dessert?
It was a strawberry cheesecake with graham crackers, kind of a twist on the Icebox Cake.
Yes.
That you would do, but we smoked the graham cracker crust a little bit, and then cooked the cheesecake. There's some strawberries in there, a couple of layers. So.
Oh, as soon as Mick said Icebox Cake, like my mother would make that. I'd say at least once a week when we were kids.
Oh yeah.
And I don't.
You said it to me like yesterday or the day before on it, like expecting a reaction of what the hell is Icebox Cake?
Mm-hmm.
But I knew exactly what you're doing. We always called it chocolate pudding cake.
Okay.
Because my great grandmother was the original who had made it.
Yep. Now did you put the vanilla in it? So chocolate, vanilla, graham cracker?
No, graham cracker, chocolate, graham cracker, chocolate, graham cracker,
really?
chocolate.
Okay.
And she could do it about 2-3 inch thick.
Yep.
Like a
casserole dish.
Casserole, not even. Yeah, sometimes she'd make the big one, but with us, she'd make the big.
Mm-hmm.
Then she'd have the whatever, the 8x8 for me.
For you, Jesus, that's awesome. And then Saturday, was it a KCBS?
No, actually on Sunday it
or
was
Sunday. Why do I keep getting my days
tailgate.
Mixed up?
It's because the weekend was so hot. It just it fried everyone's brains.
Yes.
So on Sunday it was a 2-category tailgate contest.
Yep. Okay.
Which was chicken wings and ribs.
Ah, nice. And how did you guys? I know. So we stopped by. My wife and I, Katie, stopped by their setup because we gave we had to bring the prizes to them so they could get them out. And one, it was hot as hell. But two, we get there and I mean, you just smell. It just brings you back all the different barbecue smells. But then there were a couple kids just walking by. We were hanging out talking. And this one kid comes by. He just finished or just did the kids queue competition. So he's like, "Oh, can you try you want to try a piece of steak? You want to try a piece of steak?" It was one of the best steaks I've had in a very long time. Correct?
It was excellent, and that was Pike's Pit kids queue, and they actually placed second place.
Wow!
In the kids queue.
Awesome! Congratulations.
And the first thing you tried was the bacon wrapped meatball.
Yes, that was fantastic as well.
That was Silver City BBQ, I believe is what their team name is, and they placed first.
Really? Awesome! Wow! So we had a first and a second piece of food, and they were top notch.
You were telling me about the steak.
Oh my God!
You failed to mention the bacon wrapped meatball.
Well, because how many times? With what's his name, Sean. I've had like bacon wrapped sausages. The with the egg in the middle.
Scotch eggs.
The Scotch eggs, yeah. So I feel like I eat meatballs like all the time. So it just slipped my mind.
You say it's a bad thing.
Oh, I'm Italian. I think I'm the only Italian that doesn't like pasta or meatballs.
My grandmother doesn't like garlic.
See, that's weird. I don't know how you don't like garlic.
An Italian who doesn't like garlic.
That's crazy talk, Johnny.
I know.
Believe me, she used to send us out on the porch, kick us out of the house if we ate anything with garlic because she
smell it. Yeah,
Get the hell out.
So, Kim, how did you guys? So, you won grand champion on Sunday. How did you do with the wings and the ribs?
Okay, so Saturday we won the reserve grand champion on the 4 category.
Yep.
And Sunday with the chicken wings and ribs, we placed grand champion.
Very nice. Very nice. That's awesome. Like, that must be an awesome feeling.
It was great. It was a very emotional day.
Mm-hmm.
Brookline announced that this was the last year that they were going to be doing their contest. So this was 14 years, and this is their last one. So
14 years and it's stopping.
Yeah, a little bittersweet, but we were glad we were there.
Yeah, and Mike was telling me that there was a team from California that comes all the way out every year to just do this one comp.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia?
Philadelphia.
You told me California.
Did I tell you California?
It's been hot this weekend, so the brain might be
I'm all over the place. Philadelphia. Mick introduced me.
Actually, they're from, let's back up a little bit. It's they are from Brookline, Pennsylvania.
Okay, just outside of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when they heard about a contest, the pit master for that, his name is Tony Corbino. He is actually a firefighter. So there's a group that come from the Brookline, Pennsylvania fire department, his team, and sometimes there's 2 or 3 other teams that come up. And they do it just because it's a brotherhood of sorts with the fire department.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they're from Brookline. So Brookline Fire Department's going to see Brookline Fire Department. Yep. Nice. So is there going to be another competition in place of this competition to take its place down the road, or that's still up in the air?
Well, we were surprised by their announcement on Sunday. Mm-hmm. We kind of knew it was coming. We thought they might do one more year. But actually last night we had a NEBS board meeting, and one of our big goals over the fall and into the winter is to try and find some replacements and build up the tailgates a little bit. The tailgates are definitely the starting point for teams before they get into the $1,000 contests of doing a KCBS. So it's a good building block.
So when you do a tailgate competition, the competitors, they're not going out and getting Wagyu or Compart, Duroc. They're just getting whatever they can get at their local store to do the competition, correct?
Correct. We bought the ribs at BJ's, and I think I got the chicken wings at Hannafords.
Okay.
It's the starting point. It's do I want to get involved in this very expensive hobby? Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of fun, and it gives you a basis to plan for the bigger competition.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, if you don't mind me asking, what's the average one will spend on a competition?
Well, you've got your entry fee, and then you've got your meats, and then everything that's involved with your rubs and sauces. And tailgate entry fees are usually anywhere from about $100 to $300, depending on the contest. Okay. So for this past weekend, I think it was, let's say, somewhere around $275. That included electric. That included both days of competing, mm-hmm. and that money goes back into funding the prize pool. Okay. So Brookline doesn't and hasn't made a lot of money on the teams itself. It's more the public that they can pull in and, do a lot of public events plus with something else going on.
Gotcha. Huh. All right. Now, and Thursday, you guys leave for Harpoon Festival.
We do.
Now, what is that competition consist of?
Harpoon is there's a vending opportunity for the teams. Mm-hmm. Harpoon is very different. The only contest that I am aware of in this area that you have to actually apply and wait to see if you get accepted versus just paying your entry fee and going in. They have you fill out a questionnaire, and you need to answer a essay in 250 words or less about whatever question they give you.
Wow. That's insane. I don't think I'd pass. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Start with M.
Yeah, I know.
All right. You hear that sound? Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Awesome.
Attention cigar smokers or even friends of cigar smokers. If you're looking to relax with a nice premium cigar or looking for a great gift for a cigar smoker, this is the gift that keeps on giving. Our friends at twoguyscigars.com have created the Cigar of the Month Club. For just $24.99 per month, you or your friend that you're gifting will receive 4 premium handmade cigars every month, and shipping and handling is included. Go to twoguyscigars.com, that's the number 2guyscigars.com, and find the Cigar of the Month Club in the menu and sign up. It's that easy. You can stop at any time, but you won't. There's no contract. It is just a tremendous deal. Go to twoguyscigars.com, that's the number 2guyscigars.com, find the Cigar of the Month Club, and sign up. At the same time, if you want to learn about the cigars you receive each month, you can smoke along with them on their own podcast called The Cigar Authority. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a nice premium cigar from our friends at twoguyscigars.com.
And we are back. Stop stealing all my lines, God damn it.
I got to get used to the commercial because I'm still trying to talk and it's just a shit show.
You're trying to say something to me. I still got the headphones on.
What?
I can't hear anything off of the headphones.
Kim, so now we just took a commercial. So Northeast Barbecue Society. Yeah. So you were talking about the competition, Brookline. The Saturday was a NEBS event. What is NEBS? And what does it mean to you?
And how did you get involved in it?
All right. Wow, that's a lot of questions all in one shot. So I actually got involved when we met Andy King, and he was almost, I believe, on the founding list of NEBS way back when it was called the New England, in the very beginning it was called the New England Society for Wood Cookery. And that was back in 1991.
I'm part of the Society for Wood Cookery.
NEBS definitely sounds
better. NEBS sounds better.
Rolls off the tongue a little easier.
So, in 1994, they actually changed it to the New England Barbecue Society, hence NEBS. And then in 2016, we changed it to Northeast Barbecue Society for a couple of reasons. One, we wanted to make it a nonprofit versus a not-for-profit. So we are a 501c3. Mm-hmm. That our donations that come in go towards charity events and go towards promoting barbecue. So NEBS will do a cooking class, we'll do a meat cutting class, judges certification classes, things like that throughout the year. And any monies that we bring in go back towards some of our charities that we work with.
And I'm sorry to cut you off, but the meat cutting classes, like some of the classes they're at they're at a farm, and the one of them that I took was a pig cutting class, and literally the pig was cut in half. So you had two halves of the pig, so you saw every single part of the pig, and then he went intact, and then he went over with you, and then you actually took the pig and where to cut it, and you made the different cuts, and pork chops and pork loin and ribs and all that stuff. And I have to say, I mean, it was awesome. It was one of the best classes I've ever attended. Yeah, and I learned a ton from it. And Mick cooked too, so that was awesome.
Okay, this ain't always about you.
Sorry,
Kim.
Keep going, Kim.
So yes, that meat cutting class, that's held at Valley View Farm in
is it Kingston?
Templeton, Mass. And that's Matt LeClark. and they actually have a store and everything else now. It's absolutely amazing what he has done. So besides that, just a couple, well, I guess it's almost a month now, some of the NEBS members got together and they would go out to a campground, cook for the weekend, and they cook for the Veterans Homestead. They then turn around and take all of that and bring it back to each of the individual houses. I believe they went to 7 houses this year, and fed our veterans.
That's
awesome.
fantastic.
Yeah, that is awesome. They should. I would say BBQ Family. I mean, whether it's Operation Barbecue or whatever. I mean, I feel like barbecue people really, step up for like veterans, time of need, pretty much anything.
Well, yeah,
Great
and
people.
you can go back to mixed hunger smoked.
Yep.
With the homeless around the holidays, and that's what I know there's been a lot of tragedy lately, especially with the fires and the floods and natural disasters. And that's the one thing it has been being brought to the forefront is the barbecue family stepping up.
Yes.
And it's on the news, and you see they're actually acknowledging this, that it's not necessarily, like you said, the weekend warriors and a comp here, a comp there. It's really getting into the roots of the whole thing.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And so Kim, when did you get involved with NEBS?
I got involved with NEBS back in 2014 officially. So
Okay.
I've been on the board for 6 years. 2 of them I served as president. I stepped down as president this year to help the new person get her feet wet, get ready to take on everything while I was still there. My first year as being president, I thought I was going to die, so I didn't want to do that to somebody else.
That's nice.
So, 6 years on the board with NEBS.
Okay. And so what would you say? So, I mean, I'm a member. I know other members, but why join? It's a great organization, but to get people out there that are watching the show, why join NEBS?
Joining NEBS, I mean, it's a community that gives you the opportunity to, number one, get involved in some of the charity things that we have going on. As far as teams that want to compete and join, we have a Team of the Year program where they earn points, and they can be awarded, at the end of the year for their standings. There's plenty of opportunities to promote barbecue within their own communities, and having a judging class or a meat cutting class, or in the past we've done backyard rits. Here's a backyard way to do it, not competition. And some of the board members have gone out and just taken their local library and said, okay, this is where we're going to do it, and let's go in the back, and we've got a smoker hook to set up, and taught people how to make better ribs for their family and friends. So our goal is to continue promoting barbecue. Doing that, even in the 6 years that I've been involved, it has changed so dramatically. And as far as how we promote and how big barbecue is growing.
Yeah. And now, do you notice is the amount of competitions that you do? See the same faces week in, week out. Is it like that? You get the same crew, or at least a handful of teams, that you
Definitely.
basically become, family with in the long run. So, see you next Thursday night or see you Friday morning,
Yeah, you do see a lot of the same people and the different types of comps. You'll see different crews at those, I can tell you right off the bat without even looking at a team list who's going to be at Harpoon next weekend, and there's people coming down because they're not even competing. They're not vending. They're not doing anything. They're coming down to celebrate somebody's birthday that they've met through barbecue and spending the weekend there. So
that's awesome.
Becoming a family is definitely part of it.
Yep. And that's what's cool, too, because you look forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're doing your thing all week, and then it's basically like a party. We're going to see my friends, we're going to party, and and then your week starts again.
Oh, yeah. You definitely make your own, list of certain ones. Like we were talking today, and we got the ball rolling and the paperwork sent in for Smutty Nose.
Yep.
We were looking forward to that. We had a great time last year.
Yep.
It's coming up, but it actually, it got the juices flowing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're putting pen to the paper, sign up for it. It's like, okay, it's getting real now.
It is real now. And also, we're going to speak to the organizers of that event too, just to mention, the Northeast Barbecue Society, and they're looking for competitions to add to their, basically their portfolio.
Yeah.
To see if they'd be interested. So we're going to do that as well.
Now, Kim, where is this the Harpoon one this weekend located?
It's in Windsor, Vermont, at the Harpoon Brewery.
Okay.
Windsor, Vermont.
How far up is that?
From our house, I'd probably say it's 2.5, 3 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
If that.
Yeah, I looked at it. It's about 3 hours by car from my house, which is
so it's like an hour from us.
Middleborough. So with the trailer, you'll add 45 minutes. But so yeah, it's not that far up.
Huh.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Shoot.
Because I didn't know if they had different, if they've expanded. Obviously, Harpoon has become, a bigger name.
Yeah.
If they had moved, so this must be at the original, I'm assuming. The original brewery.
Oh, isn't Harpoon in Boston?
They have a Boston location and a Vermont location.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but Boston, I would say, is their original location.
I'd love to see you try to pull a barbecue competition in Boston.
Yeah, that won't happen. That would
This
be
is
cool
what
if it did happen.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
So now it makes sense, the
Yes.
Vermont location.
I misunderstood you.
Yeah, let me throw 20 barbecue teams
in
with trailers
Boston.
and everything else in downtown Boston.
We're shutting
Good luck to
Causeway
you.
Street down.
They do that once a year.
Oh.
It's called the marathon.
Now, Kim, do you guys vend at this event, or do you guys just do the judging, like the food for the judging?
You have an option if you get accepted to vend 1 day or 2 days. We are only vending 1 day.
Okay.
Only because being just the two of us and trying to vend and pull off a contest is a lot.
Right.
So they are doing a Saturday NEBS, what they call the Summer Sizzler, which is a 4 category.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday is the KCBS contest.
Okay. And I kind of feel like the 4 categories. You have to be a chef. You have to be a very good cook to, one, it's probably, it's presentation, taste. But even just, I wouldn't know what the hell to do for dessert or, anything like, pizza.
Oh, yeah.
You throw a pizza on, done. But dessert, I'd be lost. I'd be absolutely lost.
You bake cupcakes in your smoker. What's the problem, Mike?
True. All right, there you go. She just gave me an idea.
There you go. Mick, thanks. White River Junction. So right up 89.
Oh,
right
okay.
up into Vermont there.
Okay, yep. Okay.
So that's not, that's like an hour and a half from us about.
About an hour, yeah. Yep.
You guys should come hang out for the weekend.
We should. He works.
Yeah, that's my problem is I schedule so far ahead of time in order to get the Friday and Saturday off.
So that's the music. But quick, you also do a charity as well called Angels in America.
That's correct.
And can you explain that? What is that?
Angels in America, we are a nonprofit. We actually started in 2013, and there was 9 of us that got together and decided that we didn't have enough to do in our lives, and we wanted to help other people. So our mission is making America stronger by providing hope and encouragement, one good deed at a time, and that is pretty much what we do. We are right now focusing on a 5-year-old little boy who has had multiple medical issues. He's in Indiana, and without getting political on anything, of course, insurance is not paying for nearly everything that he needs, and he needs a wheelchair. So we are trying to pull together donations and raise funds to help provide a wheelchair for him.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is great. That is great.
So let's help them out.
Absolutely.
That would be fantastic.
So, Kim, where can everyone find you and basically the list of everything you got your hands in?
Which is a lot.
Websites, social media, and such.
All right. So NEBS is NEBS.org. On Facebook, it is Northeast Barbecue Society. Angels in America is angelsinamerica.org. Our Facebook is Angels in America USA. We're also on Instagram and everywhere else as well. That's it.
And you get the National Barbecue News once you sign up for a membership for NEBS.
Yes.
So you'll
You
get a year
definitely do.
subscription. So that's another bonus.
Absolutely. Kim, I'd love to thank you for taking some time out today to join us. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. And
Was it as bad as you thought?
Not nearly as painful as I thought it was going to be.
Excellent. That's what we like to hear.
Excellent. Well, that's it for this week, folks. We'd like to thank you all for joining us. You can catch the video on Facebook and YouTube. You can catch the audio version on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and other podcast catches.
And Himalaya.
Himalaya is the newest one I found. On social media, find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Pit Life BBQ. We'd love to hear from you. Please send your questions and comments to pitlifebbqpodcast@gmail.com. And always, please subscribe, like, rate, and review. Hit that share button. Spread the word. Keep this thing growing.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yep. As always,
till next week, keep the smoke rolling.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.